The stars did advise me to save my coins well. Apparently. I cannot recommend myself. I do not garner enough letter to obtain a medical license. I shall be the most vexed indeed. I love this music. I love the presentation of the opera.
You, sir. Oh, I see you're having some difficulties. William, fetch my guest a chair.
No, he's good. I am just a little stiff.
As you wish, Mr.
Signor Riccardo Ferraro. I am a gentleman of Venezia, come to make a trade in London.
Venice? That is a fine city, I hear.
Okay.
And how may I do you service this day, Signor Ferraro?
I am come with una problema medicale, and you are most great dottore who does cure all London, huh? You cure Ferraro too, see?
Forsooth, I will seek to do so, Signor. Pray, describe your complaints, if you please.
Is burning when I make the water.
Pain during urination?
See, and is pain down here. Molto pain.
Oh, that's gonorrhea.
In the lower back. Now,
Oh,
let's see
syphilis,
what the
something like that.
stars can tell us. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Make out the water. Yes. This is gonna be my new sidekick. Instead of be right back, guys, I'm gonna make out the water, and then I just leave. I have pain urination on my lower back. What ails me? Signor Ferraro has dysentery, characterized by pain in the bowels, faintness, and oily stools. Ruler of the bowels. So you suggest Signor Ferraro is lying. No, it's none of that. With Libera, Signor Ferraro suffers from stones in the kidney. This disease can occasion loss of appetite, severe pain in the kidney area, vomiting, and difficulty passing urine. It suggests a weird imbalance of phlegm in the body. No. Signor suffers from the gout, which is caused by hot, dry, humorous sleeping in the joint of the foot. This represents an imbalance of yellow bowel and water pieces below the feet. This is not it. This is it's not a stone because lower back, and it's not dysentery. So I'll say stones in the kidney, I guess. Let's go with Libra.
It is a case of stones in the kidney, I regret to say. But worry not, Signor. I will give you an ounce of my strong water to dislodge them. Drink this entire flask when you rise at dawn tomorrow. You may then
Hey, Diana. Gracias un montón por esos beats. Gracias un millón.
Ah, your famous strong water. This water is said to cure the plague, huh?
Thank you.
Thank you, Signor Foreman. And now Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
Y Nelly también, bienvenido. Estamos usando astrología to suffers everything. Was little pleased with me at reading the design. So it should have been dysentery? Yeah. I think it should have been dysentery then. ¿Verdad que sí? Imposible. This is actually the only game that there is that actually uses astrology like this. Every other game uses it as a RPG mechanic, and this is the only game that refers to the stars directly to use something else.
Well met, Mistress Allen. Pray tell, the last time I saw you, you were with child, methinks. Pray tell, how fares...
I'd rather not talk about that, if you please.
Okay.
Oh, I see. I am full sorry, madam.
Not like these.
I'm come upon... The matter that brings...
Pardon, madam. I prithee, madam, say on.
I'm come about the new law. I know not what to do, and I would have counsel.
You are in trouble with the law, madam?
Nay, at least not yet.
Okay.
My neighbours have begun to remark unkindly upon my absences, my Sunday absences from church. I'm afeard one of them may soon denounce me.
Oh no.
Ah, 'tis the Act Against Recusants you speak of. The law that obliges Catholics to attend church and take the English sacrament. You are of the Catholic faith, then, I take it?
I, a Catholic, but as well a law-abiding woman and a full loyal subject of the Queen. Long may she reign.
I do not doubt it, madam.
Okay.
To take Protestant sacrament, 'tis heresy. So says the Pope in Rome. I'll risk being damned to hell if I do it, Dr. Foreman.
Oh no, I like this.
I find myself in a most terrible bind.
I see. Damned if you do, yet condemned if you do not.
Mm-hmm.
A cruel bind indeed. Well, let us see if the stars may untangle it for us. Should Mistress Avis Allen attend Protestant church services?
Yes, she should. That's like save your ass. Yes, you do. Wow. Avis must remain the throne the cult to faith. When the queen dies, her successor will revert England back to Catholicism. That is wrong. This represents a surprising political event, Uranus. Pluto represents death. And Mars domicile in Aries, this advises strength. Mercury suggests creativity, Jupiter represents foreigners. There may be a creative solution that appeases the Pope in Rome while honoring England's Protestant legacy. Yeah, that's why I think it's like impossible. The Sun represents authority, House of Legal Confrontations. Mistress Allen risks getting in trouble with the law, being punished by authorities. If Mistress Allen duly to cooperate, this advises cooperation. And here we go with A. Some have wrong interpretation of Allen's wealth and her avians. Neptune in retrograde, this suggesting confusion. Saturn in detriment and retrograde, this indicates jealousy. Okay. And Mistress Allen's problem is her female neighbors. This represent women. Okay. When the king does marry England back to Catholicism, that doesn't actually happen at all. So I'm rather sure. I'm just gonna say it's the neighbors. Fuck the neighbors. The stars say your neighbors are bitches.
Dear lady, if your neighbors consider speaking against you, it would be on account of envy.
Mm-hmm.
Envy? But Mr. Allen and I have not been blessed with... I've not had the same fortune as other women. And to be sure, we are not wealthy.
Yes, of course. Hence you must disabuse your neighbors of their ill-founded notions. Indeed, you must have them believe that you are, in truth,
Most poor.
Then I am to have my neighbours pity me.
Precisely so, madam. For if they were to pity you, they would never think of reporting you to the authorities. Nay, they would say, see how low poor Mistress Allen has come. She has no gown fine enough for church, so she finds an excuse not to come by pretending she is a Catholic.
Oh, I see. And I must wear coarser clothes as well. In truth, 'twill not be agreeable to be talked of so. But nay, 'tis naught but my vanity. And if a woman must sacrifice her comeliness for the sake of her soul, so be it. 'Tis but a small price to pay.
Oh, but be assured, madam, you would still be most... methinks you would appear no less comely in poorer attire.
Oh, Dr. Foreman, you make me blush.
Are you?
Forgive me, dear lady. 'Tis not my intention to occasion you any... Madam, would you care to see my collection of Venetian glassware?
I think I would. Indeed, I would like that very well.
God damn it! Stop hitting on your patients. Coitus post consultation. Oh no! So there was sex after the consultation. Coitus, and that coitus was really well received, apparently. Yeah, the married patient, apparently.
Good day to you, sir. I am Amelia Bassano of Bishopsgate, here for my consultation.
Welcome, Mistress Bassano. Bassano? 'Tis an Italian name, is it not?
Aye, it is, sir. Though I was born in London, my family are from Venice, They did come to London to gain employment as musicians at the royal court.
Ah, I know one of your countrymen, Riccardo Ferraro, another one of my querents. Mayhap you know him? He hails from Venice too.
No, sir, I do not know him.
That doesn't work that way. It's not like, oh, I'm from the U.S. Oh, so I know someone that's from the U.S. too. Do you know them?
Aye, of course. Mayhap we turn our thoughts to what brings you hither this day. Have you a question for me?
Aye, sir, I wish to know what afflicts me, for my belly does begin to swell, and lately I oft find myself chundering after meals.
Pregnant.
Swollen abdomen and involuntary upward purging. Well now, let us consult the stars to judge the cause of these troubles. What is ailing Mistress Amelia Bassano?
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. The quern is afflicted with crick in the knees, caused by the pressure of a sexy weight gain. Capricorn, ruler of the knees. So Capricorn sucks because everybody has weak knees and it sucks. And the sun suggests illness is chronic. No. The quadrant is with child, probably. The quern is suffering from liverworm. Child. That's not even
I
a question.
neglected to ask. Is there a Mr. Bassano?
Aye, my father still lives.
I mean to say, are you yet married, Mistress Bassano? I presume you are, for the stars indicate that you are with child. Wondrous news indeed.
Ah, I see.
Of course, it is natural for a young lady to be a trifle anxious when she's expecting her first child. And I see you are anxious, are you not?
Aye, Mr. Foreman, I own that I am.
Well, doubtless you are anxious.
I love her
owing to the
different voice
unpredictable nature of
compared
your
to the
condition.
traditional
For instance,
English.
Sometimes the child might emerge from its mother's womb early, weeks or even months earlier than anticipated. This possibility is a medical fact, and one that should be explained to any husband you may... Do you see what I'm saying, Mistress Bassano?
Nay, not in the least, sir.
Ah, some of my maiden querents, I assume you are still unmarried and therefore a maiden, when they find themselves inexplicably with child, they oft do not remain unmarried for long. I advise you to discuss this with your family without delay, Mistress Bassano. Doubtless they will be keen to make the arrangements for you.
I see. Yes, of course. I must lose no time in finding a husband. I thank you, Dr. Foreman. Good day.
Okay. That was so... That was a bad, I think. I love how you just use the stars and just do it like whatever there is, like, yeah, done. From Satan's fa la 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 la. Okay. A deadly and foul wind that comes directly from Satan's fa la 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 la. So it's a fart.
Blessed morrow to you, Dr. Foreman. I am Mary Payne of 4th Street in Lambeth, and come to seek your counsel about my neighbours.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne, and well met. What trouble do your neighbours give you? They play their lutes into the night, perchance? Mayhap a neighbour has cast a malignant spell upon your cabbages.
Why, sir, 'tis no trifling matter. Indeed, 'tis a matter of grave importance.
Okay.
Doubtless you do know we have a Catholic living on 4th Street. A woman by the name of Avis Allen.
I told you.
Ah, yes. I did hear tell that Mistress Allen subscribes to the Romish faith. But 'tis no crime to be a Catholic, is it, madam? At least, not at present.
Aye, but harbouring a Jesuit priest is, Dr.
Mama to
Foreman.
een beetje wat
These
Tachi.
evenings past, I have spied a man sneaking in and out of the Allen's house. 'Tis my reckoning, the man is a priest who is going hither and thither all over Lambeth to perform the Catholic Mass and take confessions. Doubtless Mr. Allen is hiding him in one of those little cupboards.
You mean to
I
say
cannot
you think
funciona eso.
Mr. Allen has installed a priest
You're in the
hole
wrong
his
stream,
house?
boy.
A secret room
Not in
hidden
my
behind
house.
the wood paneling of a wall.
Indeed, I do. I am certain that he has such a hole, and that a priest is going in and out of Mr. Allen's hole from dusk till dawn.
Verily? How troubling. But surely you are mistaken, madam, for under the cover of darkness, how can you be sure the man you did spy was not Mr. Allen himself?
Nay, nay, 'twas not Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is a fine, tall figure of a man, whereas the figure I did spy was very narrow and malformed in appearance. A scrawny little imp of a man he was.
I see.
Now, you must not think me intolerant, Dr. Foreman.
It is
if
intolerant.
Mistress Allen must cling to her idolatrous backward beliefs, 'tis her own affair, and I have no wish to cause trouble for the Allens. And even though Mistress Allen has lately not been seen in church, thus far I have held my tongue about it. But we residents of 4th Street are decent English folk.
You're a
We
bitch.
will not abide an agent of Rome sneaking around our neighborhood, muttering incantations in some devilish foreign tongue.
I think you mean Latin, madam.
But before I act upon my suspicions, I think it wise to know if there be any truth in them.
Then let us see what the stars can tell us.
The stars tells you
Who is
you're a
this
bitch.
mysterious stranger, and why does he frequent the Allen's house late at night?
A, B, C. Are my neighbors, the Allens, hiding a Jesuit priest? C. Read the stars to find out. The stars speak of an educated man who adorns himself in fine clothes. Venus represents finery, while Mercury represents education. The man Mr. Train saw is a public enemy who engages in idolatrous worship of the Virgin Mary. In other words, he is a Jesuit priest. The moon. This represents a woman, the Virgin Mary. So it's not C. Jupiter represents a foreigner. This speaks of relationship with untrusting foreigner. A foreigner are untrustworthy by nature. This element may be no participant. Significance. Exacto, Tachi. Eso es lo que me dice que es lo que tú eres. The sun is detriment in Aquarius, suggests untrustworthiness. Mistress Allen's maternal instincts have been thwarted by her inability to bear a child, but she stubbornly persists in trying to reverse infertility. Neptune in retrograde. It suggests instincts that have been thwarted. Saturn in detriment and retrograde. They represent a stubborn attempt at a reversal. Mr. Spence will die suddenly. Mayhap before the end of this consultation, never in malformed, a scrawny little imp of a man. Pluto suggests death. Uranus suggests a sudden change. The man Mr. Spence saw harbors cruel intentions towards the Allen household, goods and possession. Mars is detriment in colors, suggests cruelty. Holy shit. Okay, so Man is some cool possession. This is what I'm looking like. It's like A, commit murder because the stars told me. B, she's just, you know, being she's just being unfaithful, even though she just banged the doctor before leaving and giving us a good letter of recommendation. And C is that she's harboring a known enemy of religion because, you know, they're foreigners and foreigners are evil. So it's like lose situation all the time. And I think the one about, you know, the current and possession seems more likely. And gotta save that booty, let's go.
The man you saw prowling around the Allen's house is no priest. He is a thief, come at night to steal silver plate and candlesticks.
'Tis a mere robber I saw. On my honor, that is well to hear.
Yeah.
Still, something must be done about it. I will rouse the menfolk of 4th Street and have them patrol our street each night until this sneak thief is apprehended.
Okay.
Is that truly necessary, madam? Be there not more...
Pleasant day, Dr. Foreman.
Okay. And now she dies. I did con the man she took for a priest is a burglar. Methinks the coroner has a little pleased with me for being I gave this thing. And 10 points. Yeah. It's gonna take a while. What a fine-looking youth foreman servant is. Oh, what I would love were my niece aged again. Okay. It's Ferraro. I liked it.
God give you good day, Signor. And how may I assist you?
Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro.
I know.
Come once again to see the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
So I see. What brings you this day?
I bring myself to you, so you treat my illness. Tis very grave.
And, what might this illness be? Perchance we might start with your complaints.
First problem is the laughter that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable laughter, you say? I see. Anything else?
Next problem, the dancing that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable dancing.
What the fuck?
And yet, you do not appear to be dancing at present.
What can I say? Tis uncontrollable dancing. I cannot control when I dance.
Nay, nay, 'tis a fair point.
Doubtless, my disease, whatever it may be, is very rare and very difficult to diagnose.
You're just drunk.
But of course, if it be beyond your medical understanding...
Let me assure you, Signor, that whatever is said of us on the continent, the learning of we English doctors is unparalleled. There is no better medical care to be had than in London.
They don't have
Now,
teeth care,
let us
but
see whether
okay.
the stars may tell us something of your unusual and troubling illness.
I'm rather sure that's what they're trying to go with. The dancing plague. Alright, so. Virgo, ruler of the digestive system. This represents an imbalance of yellow bile, choler, in the body, and suggests illness is chronic. Signor Ferraro is suffering from cholic, a disease that occasional abdominal pains, belching, bloating of the stomach. That could be working out. And then we have Aquarius, ruler of the ankles. Signor Ferraro has been bitten by a tarantula on his ankles. Tarantula venom causes the victim to laugh, sing, or dance uncontrollably while provoking acute loathing of music. Jupiter in retrograde. This is just an imbalance of the blood. I actually believe that tarantula venom. Okay, so let's say this. The dancing plague of 1518 was a case of dancing mania that occurred in Strawberries, Alsace, in the Holy Roman Empire in 1518. Somewhere between 50 to 400 people took to dancing for days. That sounds just like a rave or something like that, badly done. But that's interesting, actually. The dancing plague. Okay. So, he's been laughing and dancing uncontrollably, so tarantula venom looks just perfect for this. But he was belching a lot. Fuck it, let's go with tarantula venom. You choose Aquarius. Blame it on Aquarius.
You have been bitten by a tarantula. Its venom has been creeping throughout your body, provoking the wanton laughter and dancing you're experiencing. The tarantula is a rare spider from foreign climes. Doubtless, it traveled with you from Venice, hiding itself among your belongings.
I can't believe this.
Doubtless you are right. This time.
The
He
venom
was
may
pissed.
be expelled from the body using a combination of heat and music. I advise you to have a lutenist come by your house to
That was
sing
it.
and play
That was
for
the
you while you
over.
bide near the fire. But take care not to insult the musicians playing, for whilst you will find it most loathsome, it will only be on account of the venom.
Ah, molto bene, Signor Foreman. I will do as you advise. Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
The tarantula venom was the one that mentioned overheated blood or blood imbalance.